Okay, so I'm going on my very first Alaskan cruise, and I'm so excited because this is a top five dream vacation for me. Like, I want to do this for years. So, when Undercover Tourist and Disney Cruise Line reached out and said, "Hey, David, do you want to showcase the Disney Wonder for a week in Alaska?" I was like, yes, count me in, please. And the second thing that went through my mind was, what do you wear and bring on an Alaskan cruise? I didn't really think about that part. So I did a ton of research, and now I'm here today with 24 things that I think we absolutely need to bring with us to a Disney Alaskan cruise, or at least things we should strongly consider. So I'm going to go through the list all the way through. I'll also post in the description below along with links. So if you want to purchase any of these things, I'll have many of them listed there as well. So the first thing is going to be a nice puffy jacket. I call this a waterproof jacket. I've had this one for years. It's so comfortable. It's lightweight. It's puffy. And I don't remember exactly where I got this one, but there's several you can get around the place. So if you don't already have like a light snow jacket, you might want to consider it. And depending on the weather, you might want a heavy snow jacket, but it's supposed to be on the warmer side when we go. So I'm just bringing this one. Umbrellas is going to be a big thing, and ponchos. I'm kind of putting these together because I don't necessarily think you need ponchos, but I'm bringing these just in case. These are the ones that I have anyway for when it's rainy at Disneyland or Walt Disney World when I go there. And I pack these in my bag. They're really easy. Another thing are long sleeve shirts. So I've had this one again for a couple years. We've had this one. And so I'm just going to wear this underneath it when I go outside on the port adventures. So port adventures are what Disney Cruise Lines calls excursions. But I'm also going to have stuff that I could just wear if I decide to go outside in the ship. So I brought this like fun Spider-Man one. We don't really have a Marvel Day at sea or anything, but I had just had this one for a while. Fourth, we have these thermal socks. These ones are so fantastic. I don't remember if I got these on Amazon, but I think that I did, and I'll post a link to similar ones if they're not these exact ones. But they're also waterproof, so if you get snow or if it starts to rain and it gets sludgy, you don't have to worry about your feet, like when you go on Tiana's Bayou Adventure and your feet get wet. I'm also gonna bring a waterproof hoodie. So this is a lightweight one that I brought to actually Tokyo with me, but I'm gonna bring this one on this trip because I like that it's kind of windbreaker. It's also waterproof, and I can just wear it if I want to walk around the ship and maybe go outside for a moment. But also consider bringing a beanie. These are, they're just so easy to take off and on, and of course scarf. That one's a little bit on the lighter side, but have all that. Another thing that I think a lot of people don't consider is bringing gloves. I bring gloves with me so many places because my hands get really cold. But I also like to get the gloves that if you need to touch your phone screen, you can. So this one, if you notice, the fingertip is a little bit different. So I love these gloves. I will link to them. Another thing to consider, waterproof pants. I got these ones because I wanted them to be more on the fitted side, but they still have the straight leg. These are really comfortable. I'll link to them below. I got actually two different colors. I got the gray and the black. Now, depending on the port adventures you pick, you might want hiking boots, like waterproof ones, or you could just get some like fancy, like decorative ones. I've actually worn these kind of hiking before. These are like, kind of like fake Uggs, but these are really comfortable and they keep my feet warm, and I really love that. But waterproof shoes, these are such a lifesaver. These are Vessies. I have worn Vessies for years. These ones create a tight enough seal around your foot that you don't have to worry about your socks and your feet getting wet out in the rain. They're designed for people who live in cities as well as people who like to go out places that are really, really rainy. I have had so many shoes ruined because of the rain, so I don't want that. Now, you are going on a Disney cruise, so you might want to wear some Disney t-shirts around the place. They have long sleeve, short sleeve, things like that. Did you know Amazon sells these and you can get them in usually different colors? I also got this Disney Princess one recently. Kind of mix it up a little bit. Thought that was fun, so I'll link to those too. Link to as many things as I possibly can, but I know I got those ones on Amazon. And also jeans too. Like I'm just bringing jeans and tees. Like the cruise I've heard is pretty casual, so if you are like, oh, do I have to dress up all the time? I heard this is actually one of the more casual ones, especially compared to the ones that go to the Caribbean. So I'm excited for that. Now, taking pictures with Mickey and Minnie and other characters is a huge pull because they wear these exclusive Alaskan outfits. And I think you look, we're never going to outshine them because these outfits that they wear are so ridiculously cool. But it's kind of cool to wear something that matches along with the feeling. So I might wear this one, or I might wear this on a port adventure. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I have a couple other options too. Maybe bring some options in case you change your mind. A lot of people asked me about Pirate Night, and that was something I was inquiring about because I was like, is there a Pirate Night? So evidently, when you go on an Alaskan cruise with Disney, they don't do the Pirate Nights like they do on other Disney Cruise Line ships. Instead, they do like a Frozen night. So there's a dinner, and then you go outside and you see stuff. So I decided to kind of keep it chill for this one because Frozen characters are a little hard for me to pull off. I think with like the fur and like if I wanted to be one of the guy characters. So I just decided I'm just gonna like do an Elsa bound, and if you're not familiar, Disney bounding is just when you wear like the colors, but you're just wearing like regular clothes, but you wear the colors that kind of match the character. So I bought this sweater. I don't know. Do you see how it's kind of like it goes pretty well? It's got the braided look on the back too. I feel like it's giving Norway, right? It's giving Norway. So just some ideas if you want to do the Frozen night. There's all kinds of ways you can do it, but we're gonna bound as like Elsa and Anna. And then also I bought, this was fun. I decided because I don't want, I don't have blonde hair, but I thought it'd be fun to do little like spritz. So I'll have, it's glitter spray for your body and your hair. So I'm going to put in my hair. So this will be kind of glittery. Now at Triton's, which is one of the dining places, they do have like a formal night, but we decided we're not going to, it's optional. That's the cool thing is you can kind of wear what you want. So we decided we didn't want to be total party poopers. So we're going to wear blazers. So my husband and I are gonna wear these, and I think they'll be fun. It'll look good, right? But I'm also gonna have some nice polos to wear out. So just some things to kind of consider. Now we're almost done, so don't go anywhere just yet because these last things might be things you don't really think of and you really should. Because I'm not gonna cover things here like toothpaste and razors, underwear, things that you know that you normally pack with you when you go on any other vacation. So definitely bring regular toiletries and things like that. But just know with Disney Cruise Line, you can't bring surge protectors and you also can't bring blow dryers. So don't pop those in your bag. Instead, and this is my 16th item, do this wrinkle release. I have used this on Disney Cruise Line before, and it is such a win. Like this, you will be so happy. Obviously, you don't want to make yourself super wrinkly before you go in, but it's pretty easy. Just have to read the directions, and you just like spray it, and then you kind of tug and smooth it, and then you like hang it or you lay it flat, and then the wrinkles, they come right out. And everybody tells everybody to get this. If you haven't been told yet, I'm the first to tell you. So then also, because you're going to be traveling around, you probably want to bring a power bank. I really like this one. This is one I bring to the parks. So I will link to that. You just want to make sure that your phones are charged, your devices get charged in case you're on the go. Sunglasses too. Look, I know we're going to Alaska, but you're going to be outside. It could be very sunny. If there's snow, it's reflective. So just got these new Ray-Bans. I'm always a fan of Ray-Bans, but bring your favorite sunnies. And then I just got these. These are binoculars, and these are a last minute purchase. So I don't know how well they're going to work, but if there's whales and things you want to see out there, this one's supposed to like hook to your phone and have you see further with it. So it looks super cool. And like, I'm just like, oh, this is something I definitely would want to bring with me. Like, why not? Okay, I am going to bring sunscreen. I really like Super Goop because it just goes on so light and it feels great. But also, on top of that, I think these bug wipes, just in case you're going out in nature, you might want to just pack these with you. And you don't want to get bit and be itchy. So, you're going hiking potentially on some of these experiences. I don't think you would need them for the glaciers because you're in the middle of the water. But just in case, I would bring these. It's always good to have in the summer regardless. Okay, so this is really funny. I've been on one Disney cruise before, and I bought all of these things to decorate our door with. And they're just fun. There's like Mickey magnets and all kinds of stuff. And then I didn't use them. I just left them in our bag. Granted, it was a really short tour, really short cruise, so it was okay that we missed. But we're going to be here for a week. So I thought, this is the time to decorate our door and be like, this is where we're at. And it comes with little markers and everything. Now, a lot of people do worry about getting seasick. So I really like these Dramamine ginger chews. These are like if I go on a roller coaster that maybe is a little too spinny for me or something like that, I give these to friends. I always bring these with me to the parks. But They're tasty, they're like candies, and you just chew them like you would anything else. You can take half of one if you don't think you need the full one. And as we get toward the end, you do need your passport. Like, just bring your passport. Trust me, don't forget that. Don't forget your passport. And I would just bring a driver's license in case you want to like leave your passport and then also have your driver's license. Because yes, of course, in Alaska, that's part of the US, but Disney Cruise Line flies out of Vancouver. So if you are a resident of the United States or any other country, then you would want to have your passport so you go there. And even I think if you're Canadian, you need your passport because you're going to Alaska. So yeah, bring your passport. And this is something I don't think most people think about, bringing a Magic Band Plus. On Disney Cruise Line, they call them the Disney Band Plus. So I have the one from the Disney Treasure, so I'm going to bring this one. But your Disneyland and Walt Disney World Magic Band Pluses will also work. You can link them to your reservation, and then it makes things so seamless because you just tap to go in, everything activates. It also does fun stuff like light up during certain moments. So like if you leave the port and come back onto the ship, you just tap and that's what lets you in and on. So everything's locked in and synced to your Disney Band Plus, which again could be your Magic Band Plus. You can also buy a specific one for the ship, typically on the ship that you're going. Please like this video, it was helpful. And ladies, I know I'm a guy, so I kind of left out maybe some things that you might want to consider for your Alaska cruise. If you've been on a Disney Alaska cruise or found some helpful things and you want to leave them in the comments below, we can kind of keep this conversation going, help everybody out here. I love having this community here. So if you want to learn more about theme park travel tips, Disney Cruise Line, and more, hit the subscribe button. We can keep this going. I like to post tips, vlogs, and more to kind of show you and inspire your next visit. I'm David Vaughn. Thanks for watching and check out these upcoming videos.